What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sehatha, the Blind Seer, all-purpose oracle, medium at large, and prognosticator extraordinaire. Here to break you guys off a little more fan service this week. That we're going to do water signs because you guys got the most views. Over 30 people watched that video. So I want to say first, because this is fan service and this is my way of sort of giving back each week, you guys are flipping amazing. Thank you so much for all of the love and for all of the readings you've bought. So many people hit me up this week. Please keep that going. That's what makes all of this possible. So thank you so much for doing that. You guys have kept me busy all week long, and I love it. Bring it on. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions, the Instagram love, the Facebook comments and messages and posts. You know, you guys, I couldn't do this without you. And if it wasn't for you guys doing stuff like that, I'd have to get a real job, and that would suck, because this is amazing. So thank you guys once again for making all of this possible. I couldn't do it without you, and that's what this is all about today. So like I said, we're going to do water signs. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. If you guys have anything that's on your mind, anything that you want to know about water signs, kind of keep that in your mind as we're doing this. Try to get your energy into the cards as much as you can, and maybe it'll come up. Spread everything around, make a big old mess. Gotta move everything except the camera. Thought I had enough space cleared off, but I guess not. Still getting everything used to doing this. I'm doing this from my living room. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not, but I have to like rearrange the entire room every time I do this. So also, thank you so much, you guys, for helping with the fundraising I needed to keep the internet going this month. That was super cool. I usually don't make screw-ups like that, and it was regrettable, and it kind of put everything in jeopardy, and I gotta make sure I don't do stuff like that again. But it cost me, I don't know, between the internet bill and the price for my contact lenses so I can see what I'm doing while I do this, I gotta make at least 80 bucks a month to break even, and that's before I make any profit or anything like that, and that's all the rest goes to living expenses into my family. So you guys, without you, I couldn't do any of that, and I wouldn't have time to do any of this, and thank you so much. So water signs, you guys gave me the most traffic this week. I'm going to give that love right back to you. Let's get our pendulum. So what we want is whatever reading will be the most beneficial for the water signs in the audience, the water signs in the lives of anyone watching, and everyone involved. Looks like we're going to the left. Seriously, guys, you guys have kept me so busy this week, and that is amazing. Thank you for that. I could barely keep up, and that's exactly where I want to be all the time. So I love being knee-deep in this mystical stuff on a daily basis. That's the coolest thing. And I've kind of worked my entire life to be able to do this and get here to where I'm at. So once again, thank you guys so much for making that possible. The fact that I can make a living and support my family with the magic that I've studied throughout my life is probably the most amazing thing, hands down, that has ever happened, ever. So water signs, we're going to start off with Cancer, and we'll get right into it. We have the King of Swords inverted. Some old ideas we're not letting go of, Cancer. Death inverted, a transformation that we are refusing to undergo. And the Two of Wands inverted. Separation of old ideas from the new. departure from one ideology, maybe a belief, creative endeavor, relationship, that sort of thing. Something that involves passion, creativity, matters of the soul. Whatever it is, there's a change that you're hesitating to go through, and nobody likes change. We all do that. That's a very common thing that comes up a lot in the cards. You're holding on to some old ideas, and there's sort of a mental cycle that's maybe run its course. Some beliefs that no longer suit you, something in your mind that doesn't belong anymore, and you're kind of not wanting to let go of that yet. You're not ready to think in a different way or to make this change that needs to come. So you're dragging your feet, you're hesitating. Death in the tarot doesn't mean death in the traditional, like, literal sense. It's death in a pagan sense. And to pagans, there is no end that is not also a beginning. So death is not a finality, it's not mortality necessarily in the traditional understanding. It's a transformation from one form into another, and usually something a little higher and a little more complex. So that's to be taken into consideration when reading something like this, that there's an old idea or old mindset, most likely. This is probably like a mental belief system, something about your reality tunnel that you've outgrown, and that's a transformation that you're just not ready to make yet. You're not ready to let go of this. You've been doing things this way for a long time, and everybody kind of hesitates on things like that. But this idea, this belief, this whatever it is, it's got to go. It's time to move on. You've outgrown it. You've matured past it. You've learned everything you can from it. So it's time for you to do something else and explore different aspects of yourself. And I really hope that was helpful, Cancer. I know you guys tend to get really emotionally attached to things. That's a big issue for Cancer. You are very emotional people, and that can make it harder to let go of things sometimes. So I wish you the best of luck with that, Cancer. We're going to move on now into Scorpio. I hope to get 2 videos out today. We have the King of Cups. You have reached the completion of an emotional cycle. Something that you have put a lot of emotional energy to has recently come to fruition or manifested itself. The 5 of Pentacles. You are living in abundance right now. You are free of struggle and strife. No worries, no concerns. Everything's going pretty good for you, and you're kind of living it up. So congratulations on that. Whatever you've put all this heart into is paying off, and that's awesome. 2 of Pentacles inverted. There's some things you may have to let go to maintain this prosperity that you found, Scorpio. Things are good right now, but that often comes at some sort of trade or some sort of price. Like, the more time I put into this channel, the less time I have to do other things, or, the busier I am with readings, the less I get to shoot extra videos and stuff and things like that. You have to sort of figure out what the trade-off is going to be and how you can manage that. That whatever you've put all this heart into obviously means a lot to you, Scorpio, and it's something that you've worked hard at, and to get where you are and to have this abundance and this big payoff that you're experiencing right now. But you're going to have to maintain that with constant decision making. You're going to have to put this first before a lot of other things, even when that's not really the choice that you want to make. There's a lot of times I don't want to get in front of a camera, or I do not feel like spending 4 or 5 hours or more writing out a weekly horoscope for my audience, but people depend on you whenever you do things regularly, and that's the thing that you just have to, that consistency is important. So whatever it is that you've put all this work into, if you really value it that much, you're going to have to maintain that level of consistency. You're going to have to put the heart in, even on days when you don't feel like it, and you're going to have to make sacrifices, and that's something you need to be aware of from the get-go and already get your mind prepared for. It's a choice you're going to have to make over and over again, Scorpio, and I wish you the best of luck with that. So we're going to move on and do Pisces. I got a little feedback on my Pisces reading. I feel so bad because you guys are usually the last ones at the end of the last video, and I feel like I'm sort of like drained by then, and I've done so much that I don't always feel like I've put my best foot forward for the Pisces readings. And whenever I hear that they've still managed to do some good for somebody, that really means a lot. So thank you, Pisces. that's why you're getting a little extra love this week whenever I'm fresh and can put my whole heart into it. So, whoa, see what you got, Pisces. We have the King of Wands inverted. A matter of the soul has come to an end. Something has resolved itself. Maybe some old spiritual beliefs you've outgrown, or your passion for a creative project or a relationship has sort of fizzled out, or something that's come to an end but you haven't really acknowledged that yet. Queen of Wands. You're really feeling your power from the result of whatever this thing is. Whatever has come to a close is something that has brought you a lot of strength and made you feel very empowered and made you feel like you were like the queen of your own domain. You're the queen of your kingdom. You're in full bloom. Your spiritual essence, your mastery of your universe is on full display, and maybe that's why you're not ready to let go of whatever it is that you got going on, but it has come to its conclusion. And if you don't let go whenever the time is right, then it's going to turn on you and it's going to start to take away things that it has granted you until you do let go. So that's something to look out for. Ten of Swords, and see, that's exactly what I was talking about. The Ten of Swords is the manifestation of mental energy, like anxieties, fears, concerns, thoughts about obstacles and things like that. It can also mean like really high mental activity, like you're just so busy you can't focus or can't think. And you know, it doesn't always have to be negative either. It can mean that you've put a lot of mental energy into something, but in this context I feel like it's more talking about the manifestation of fears and anxieties and insecurities that's going to come up the longer that you try to maintain an identity built on this thing that has come to its end. So I think maybe that's the best I can do for this particular video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for buying readings and for all of the love that you guys give me on social media. You are amazing. This is the coolest job anyone could ever ask for, and I don't really want to do anything else. So the fact that you guys give me the means to be able to do this full time is the coolest thing in the entire world, and I cannot thank you enough for that. You can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter at Real Blind Seer, Blind Seer Official on Instagram. I am available for personal readings. Please hit me up anytime. Paying in advance is usually a good idea because that lets me put you in line. I've been getting a lot of requests lately. I'm starting to get kind of popular, so I have to schedule everything and structure my day ahead of time. So you know, if you guys are willing to be a little patient and work with me on stuff like that, I am more than happy to work you in and take care of any concerns, any questions that you might have. You know, please hit the like button down below. Please, you know, subscribe, like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, give me a little love on Twitter. I don't really get a lot of engagement on Twitter. I would love to see that change. But just in general, thank you guys so much, and hit me up anytime, anywhere that you can find me, and I am always available, and I love doing this, so please don't hesitate. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Links for everything will be down in the description, and welcome donations, hit me up for readings. I cannot give back enough love for how much love you guys give me, and I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.